Good morning to Doctor and all my fellow friends. We are from Group 1, who are the consultant from Sime Darby Property BERHAD. Now we will present the audit report of Sime Darby Property. Next. Here is our group member, which include CHENG, YUEN, NAZRATUL, FARIEHA, NAJIHAH, and SYAKIERA. So I am NAZRATUL BINTI NAWAWI, and my matric number is 271756, and I will explain about Sime Darby profile. Sime Darby BERHAD is the type of company that a publicly traded government-linked company or GLC and state-owned company, which means that the company is cooperatively tax obliged and run by the government sector as well as the private sector companies. Sime Darby Property is a player in the property sector and the biggest property developer according to the term of the land bank, which belong to Malaysia. Sime Darby Property is owned by Sime Darby BERHAD, who was a pioneering property developer in Malaysia for more than 50 years and got established in 2007. Sime Darby consists of the property development, investment, and hospitality industry. This is because the company is also involved in the building of industrial as well as logistic properties across the country. It's also engaging in development of real estate business that include everything from acquiring undeveloped land to selling developed land or transferring it to third party. Okay, next. For the vision of Sime Darby Property is a leader in building sustainable communities, while their mission is to create a place that inspires, connects, and lasts for generations to come. Objective of Sime Darby Property is to be leading property developer that encourage business excellence through the Lean Six Sigma work culture, which are removal of waste, defect, error, increase revenue, reduce cost, and improve quality, and embed it into the transformational business strategy blueprint. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Good day to Doctor. My name is KUAN, metric number 270213. So now I'm going to present about the company strategy issues that Sime Darby Property is facing. Next. The very first issue are decrease in net profit due to the COVID-19 had forced retail and leisure establishment stop, sales gallery closure, company site development terminated, and the business performance had a negative impact as well. So the GDP in 2020 was shrunk by 5.6% due to the COVID-19 will influence the company's net profit. So as a result, the company revenue in the second quarter fell to 288.23 ringgit million compared to the first quarter. Moreover, the property development segment had declined to 1.9 ringgit billion, and the investment and asset segment will decline to 19.9%, and the revenue in leisure segment declined to 73.2 ringgit million in 2020. Next. So the global supply chain issues, which are mainly due to the pandemic, COVID-19, and the war between Ukraine and also Russia. So both will lead to the supply chain shortage and rising price of raw material and also labor shortage. Next. So let's discuss supply chain shortage and also the rising price of raw material. The company expected that the rising construction material costs will impact the profitability due to the war. Thus, the price increases for commodities like copper, crude oil, steel bar, and aluminium. Moreover, the cost of building materials such as steel, cement have increased since November 2021. The total building expenses for the developer will increase as the price of the sand, cement, tiles, and related products are increasing as well. So as Russia and Ukraine now are the leading suppliers of the steel and raw material, had impacted to the increasing in raw materials. Well, the company has always been to resolve labor shortage. However, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, makes more difficult for the real estate developer as COVID-19 pandemic causes delays at the construction site. The company had at least 50% of the labor shortage problem to complete a project on time, so they cannot accelerate its project due to the delays. So moreover, many people got ill during COVID-19 pandemic, as much as 50,000 people. Thus, it affects the people and suffer from chronic health issues, make them unable to work. Lastly, most of the construction labor force were made up of foreign workers. However, it is difficult for the immigrants to apply and receive a work permit during COVID-19, so they are unable to work for the company. Next. The company also facing environmental issues such as climate change and biodiversity loss. So let's check out for next slide for more information. So climate change has been a challenge for the company to curb as global warming and greenhouse effect will lead to the climate change. The extreme weather patterns and the large-scale events such as gale force storms, wildfire, flooding, and powerful hurricanes will result to Sime Prop in difficulty in controlling the cause and conditions of the property caused by the rising temperature. Moreover, recently, had land use for the expanding for the property purpose had led to biodiversity loss as the conversions of habitats to agriculture purposes. However, the company had been dealing with the implementations of comprehensive 2030 sustainability goals to practice good biodiversity practices. Moreover, they also committed to restore urban biodiversity by developing Elmina Rainforest Knowledge Center to curb the biodiversity loss issues. So, however, many lands were used to develop property and also many more purposes. Thus, the effort of tree planting and reforestation by the Sime Darby Property is a challenge. That's all for my part, and I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is HUSNA and my matric number is 271975. I will continue the presentation on SWOT analysis of Sime Darby Property. Okay, next slide. Okay. In general, SWOT analysis is a framework that used to evaluate a company's competitive position and to develop strategic planning. It can help company to assess internal and external factors as well as current and future potential. Okay, for as strengths, the first one is strong brand presence. Sime Darby Property is a reputable real estate developer with many years of experiences and have a high success rate in creating sustainable communities. The second strength is sizable and strategic land bank. Sime Darby has many land banks everywhere, including in foreign countries, with a total GDP estimation of 100 billion ringgit Malaysia. And the third strength is skilled and talented workforce. Sime Darby Property does provide safety leadership training to employees to reduce possibility of accidents in the workplace. And the last strength is effective R&D that helps Sime Darby predict consumer preferences and achieve a strong return to shareholder due to increased property sales per unit. Then I will move to W, weaknesses. Okay, the first weakness is a high turnover of employees. The implementation of MCO during COVID-19 made many of Sime Prop's employees quit their job and leading them to have a high employee turnover rate, which will negatively impact the company operation. The second weakness is high operating costs. It is because Sime Prop has higher operating costs as the building material costs have increased that will indirectly affect its sales and profit margin. And the third weakness is ineffective marketing strategy in order to attract more customers to increase sales. And the fourth weakness is a declining market share in which significantly impacting the company's performance. And then I will move to O, opportunities. The first one is doing a local collaboration to meet customer needs and engage relationship with new partners. The second opportunity is a lower interest rate in order to develop the business by allowing Sime Darby to make enough money from the new business project to pay for the loan interest and earn more profits. The third opportunity is rapid technological advancement by utilizing technology to create new processes and procedures such as AR and 3D modeling for concept development. And then the last opportunity is identify volunteer opportunities. Sime Darby can invite more people to join as a volunteer in their CSR program of Yayasan Sime Darby to help more communities by organizing various programs. Next is about T, traits. The first one is rising competition from competitors that may cause them to lose its potential customer and the revenue of its business. The second threat is unfavorable government policies. For example, Sime Darby Property's operation in Hong Kong are impacted by bank credit restrictions that impose a more significant tax on the earning of home sellers. And the third threat is after effect of COVID-19. And lastly, demographic changing. Sime Darby may earn more profits in the short run, but its margin may suffer in the long run because nowadays, young people are less brand loyal and more willing to try new things. So that's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
My name is SYAKIERA and my matrix number is 273. I will continue to present input analysis. For the strange to opportunity strategies, the Sime Darby can expand its business through the joint venture or partnership with the other company. Sime Darby has a joint venture with Logos, Mitsubishi Estate Corporation and Mitsui Corporation to develop high quality industry and logistic infrastructure in Bandar Bukit Raja Kelang. By doing this joint venture, Sime Darby Property can share the technologies and skills with each other company through R&D project. Second, Sime Darby Property can increase the ESG practice by involved in the corporate society responsibility program. By involving CSR program, this program can give a good impact on society and can improve the Sime Darby Property image and reputation positively in the industry. For the witness to opportunity strategy, Sime Darby Property can cooperate with the other local real estate business to motivate their employee to address the high turnover employee. It can be the opportunity for the both organization to learn each other work culture and strategy use business activity. Hence, it can create new culture and comfortable working environment from a depressed environment in the organization to motivate and retain their employees as well as recruit their talent. Sime Darby Property can invest in customer-oriented service and supply chains. So Sime Darby can use their strength in R&D as a priority to do research on trend in the recent market. And third was strange to the threat ST strategy. Through utilizing their strength in effective R&D, it can help Sime Darby Property to predict the demographic change in the consumer in order to compete with the rival. Sime Darby Property can develop 5G network that can provide a technology framework to develop new product in order to expand their market reach. For witness and trade strategy, Sime Darby Property has restarted new strategy and focus on growth areas such as protect. COVID-19 hit hard on business and economy, so the top management has decided to restructure a new strategy which to lay off employees to reduce expenses on operation costs. So that's all from me. Thank you. I will to the next presenter.
Good day, Doctor. My name is CHENG matrix number 269438. Now I will going to present for the part of recommendations of alternative strategies. First and foremost, Sime Darby Property BERHAD can find local sponsorship to increase its brand's awareness. Sime Darby can consider supporting local festivals, sports teams, or school activities by sponsoring them with any form of sponsor. For illustration, when they sign up as a sponsor, the name of Sime Darby Property will be printed on the t-shirts. And additionally, this method can help Sime Prop to develop linkages with the issues that matter to its target customers. Next, Sime Darby Property can also host free seminars for home buyers and married couples, as this can transfer its property knowledge to the community. Typically, customers want the seller of the property to give more knowledge about the details such as the price and strategy location of the property. So, with the free seminars, they can consider before investing the money and time into the seller. Thus, Sime Darby Property will be able to upsell its property and can earn more profits from the mini seminar, as home buyers can easily compare the property prices through the seminar and understand more about the property before investing. Next, the next recommendation for Sime Darby Property is extend the brand appearance on more online and offline platforms. For example, Sime Darby Property can expand its brand by using advertising. Using social media advertising can be cost effective for Sime Darby because it can reach a global audience at low cost. Social media is a good advertising platform as everyone has a smartphone, and it increases the use of this social media because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So everyone tends to look at every product through social media, but fewer go to the physical sales gallery. So advertising on social media by search engines and blogs is the best way to influence the customers' opinions to buy a new product quickly and effectively. Lastly, there is a high employee turnover in Sime Prop due to the effect of COVID-19 pandemic, as most of the employees are paying more attention to their health. So Sime Prop should always prioritize employee wellness, such as offering the employee paid sick leave, especially for people who are forced to isolate due to COVID-19 pandemic. Moreover, Sime Darby Property can also supply superior medical benefits, including medical insurance, access to mental health resources, free wholesome snacks and beverages in the break area, and discounts for the nearby gyms or online memberships. Since the outbreak, some companies have permitted their employees to work remotely at their discretion, while others are started welcoming workers back to their workplace. So many of the employees are now got to use working from home. Some people will search for other companies that are willing to offer them more flexible working options. Therefore, since Sime Darby BERHAD has a high employee turnover, it should also offer working options in order to retain the employees. That's all from our group. Thank you for listening.